Well, let's try shooting this for the third time. Question of the day. What is your favorite quick game? 15, 20 minutes tops. Could be a area control, worker placement, card game, trick-taking game. I don't care. Let me know in the comments below what your favorite quick game is. Now, today we're talking about a game, Air, Land, and Sea. The one with the animals. I think it's Critters at War, whatever it is. It's adorable looking. Now, typically I'm not a sucker for this kind of art. I like a little bit more realistic art form. However, something about it, and we'll talk about that in final thoughts. But this is a quick, very quick, card-based area control style game. So let's take a look at how this game plays, what it does, and if it's something you should pick up even if you're more into a heavier game style. So here's Air, Land, and Sea Critters at War set up. Now, it obviously has this art right here that is just fantastic looking. I love the way this looks. You've got your 3 theaters here. It describes the cards that are in each of the theaters just on the back there. So essentially you're going to shuffle these up and set them up randomly. Now, you will then deal 6 of the 18 cards to each player. They're going to be from all 3 theaters. While this is a terrible hand, don't have anything in the water. So let's look at this hand over here for now. So you've got air cards, you've got land cards, and you've got sea cards. The way these work is on your turn, you're going to play a card. Now you can choose to play a card to the actual matching theater. So this is air, I'll play an air. This says containment. If any player plays any face down cards, destroy that card. So you could also, instead of playing a face up one, you could play a face down one to any theater here. And that adds a +2. The point is you're trying to get points to win the most theaters. You've got and the way it works is if someone withdraws, the more cards they have left in their hand when they withdraw, the fewer points you get. So if you get down to the very end of the battle and someone goes, oh, I'm going to lose, or if you make it all the way to the end of the battle and that person loses, the person who has the most theaters controlled wins 6 points. The game only plays to 12 points, but there's not that many cards. Let's just go through the deck of cards just to show you what they kind of do. So that's what that one did. Same thing, it's kind of similar here. 3, flip any uncovered card from an adjacent theater. So uncovered is a concept like this, where this card is not uncovered. But let's just say this card then gets played on top of it. Well, now that is a covered card, so you wouldn't be able to flip an uncovered card or a covered card. So certain things will key off each other based on that, but it's a very simple game. At its core, you're going to be playing cards. You're going to be finally deciding when to withdraw. It's not a bad thing to withdraw early if it means that you're going to cause them to only get 2 points as opposed to 6 points. There is that notion too that if you kind of wait to the end and think, oh, I'll just wait it out. Well, that's really easy to give the game to somebody else. But that's really it. I mean, at the end of the day, it's basic area control based on numerical values in each of the 3 theaters. After one battle happens, you'll shift one of the theaters down to the end. And the reason that matters is certain cards key off adjacent theaters. But that's it. At the end of the day, you're going to play these cards very tactically, very intelligently, choose when to play them, what to do. Person with 12 points wins the game. So that's it. That's Air, Land, and Sea, this new version with the animals. Now first, let's talk the art. I love the way this game looks. And again, this is not something I enjoy. However, the more you look at the pictures, the more little details you see, and it just becomes funnier and funnier and just great looking. It reminds me of Animal Olympics. Some of y'all saw that back in the late 80s, early 90s. Used to replay it on Cartoon Network, the old school one with the black and white checks. They used to play it all the time, and it was just funny and interesting and zany to see cartoon animals doing these things, and that's what we're seeing here. It's not a serious war, it's much more cartoony and abstract. But you have the 3 theaters, which is nice that you move the theaters around, which messes with the cards. So let's talk about the tactical play. This is a very tight tactical game. Essentially, you can have a strategy based on looking at your 6 cards because you only get 6 each round. Look at that, somewhat form a plan in your mind, and then get in your mind, hey, I can't win this no matter what I do, and withdraw early, because the earlier you withdraw, the more points you mitigate giving to the opponent. So ideally, it's like real war, that the further you go into it, you spend so much money that it becomes the gambler's fallacy at that point, that you don't even want to get up from the table, but if you do, early enough, you don't lose as much. If you get up way late, well, you've lost your entire force, and you might have given him the entire game because you couldn't see that you were going to lose early enough. So a lot of interesting things with that. So the art really is there, but it's not something that you need. You can do this with just cards and playtest style, but it looks good. I do like how every single round is nail-biting, though, because you have to think through, can I win with these cards? Maybe, let's play a round. Let's play a hand. Let's play another hand. Let's play another, and by that point, you've lost the game. So a lot of little details to pay attention to, because how the cards key off of each other, depending on where the two or the three theaters are sitting. A lot of little things like that really matter. And if you look at this and think, it's just a quick card game, you're missing it. I really love how well this works within its own rules. It's mechanically tight within itself, in the sense that it works so well based on this closed microcosm of a game. So big fan of this game. I like it a lot. I like how simple it is, how easy it is to play and pick up and teach. Very easy to teach, but it also feels more spatial, even though it's a card game. It feels more area controlled than card game, which I'm a big fan of, because I'm not as big of a fan of card games all the time, as you know. So that's Airland C, the new animal version. I'm Bryan Drake here on the Dice Tower. Make sure to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, etc. at Dice Tower Bryan. It was good to see y'all at Gen Con. First time getting to go to a con like that. Got to do some magic tricks and all that sort of stuff. Had a blast. But anyway, let us know in the comments below your favorite quick game. We'll see you next time.